Poppies. I love poppies. First I thought these were hibiscus, but they're poppies. Reminds me of The Wizard of Oz. Do y'all remember that scene? When they're going through the poppies. Now this is the original, the one with Judy Garland. And they're going through the poppy field and they fall asleep in the poppy field. But I love this dress. Frances Valentine. And this was a Boxing Day purchase. Right after the 1st of January, they have Boxing Day and they have a discount. And it's probably one of their most significant discounts. And I don't know, I had been kind of looking at it and I didn't want it to look like a bathrobe. Y'all know, I mean, you get these dresses that are like caftans and some women can wear them and they look, really cute in them and, they have all the right stuff. And I looked at it and I thought, am I going to look like I'm wearing a bathrobe? Well, no, I don't think it suggests that at all. And Trisha, if you're watching this, here's the dress. Trisha actually, I think, bought this dress too. And Julie Fisher has this dress. And that's the thing, you have to be careful with Frances Valentine, Tucker Nuck, and Spartina. Any of those that tend to be popular, that women in Chattanooga, want to purchase. This is sold locally at Alice Blue in North Chat, and Anita Hedrick is adorable. And I don't know if she had this dress. I actually didn't go in and look. I had some points I wanted to use for this on Frances Valentine, so FV points. So I'll always take advantage of that if I can. But I like the sleeve. After my wrinkled arm in the shot with my girlfriends from yesterday, I was mortified. And I was trying to figure out, because I'm telling y'all, Suzanne and I talked on the phone this morning for, I don't know how long, Suzanne, how long did we talk? And, she had suggested, and she said, did I hurt your feelings? And I said, no, you really didn't. And Fernshire, I love you so much, was so worried about me. She said, don't let people, hurt your feelings. I said, Suzanne is like a sister to me. She did not hurt my feelings. And y'all know I like honesty when it comes to what I'm wearing, except unless you're hateful. And if you're hateful, like the woman on Fashion Forward was ugly. She said, you look stupid. And I'm like, well, you could say anything but that. I mean, maybe I do look stupid to you, but you do you and I'll do me. But I said, Suzanne, I know I have some excess skin. That's understood. But I promise you, my arms do not always look that bad. And I realized, I got in the mirror tonight, and I put on a sleeveless dress because I was curious. What was I doing to push my arm so that there was all this wrinkle stuff here? And I know exactly what I was doing. I was shifting, and I could create it myself. But just standing without any pushing on the arm, my arm didn't look nearly as bad. I mean, it's a fact of life with women, with aging women. I mean, we're going to have the, waves back in our face, this stuff. It's awful. But I'm not going to have surgery on that because people say, Jean Rogers told me it was one of the most painful surgeries ever and that you can't even go to the bathroom. I mean, it's so painful. But anyway, back to what I'm wearing. Frances Valentine, I love the fabric. It's just got a lot of sheen. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. And guess what? It has pockets. It has pockets. Now, It kind of has a raglan sleeve. It does have a raglan sleeve. It's almost a little big through the bust, but it's very comfortable. I did wear strapless with it because I don't want to see straps showing if it decided it wanted to shift. And it's just really cute. It's really cute, I think. What do y'all think? Let me make sure okay. It has a little, the zipper has a little tag hanging down, like a little, that you're supposed to pull, you know. And anyway. Shoes are Kate Spade. I love these shoes so much. And they're a 3-inch heel. Well, right at it. And yes, I can still walk in them. And I can probably balance in them. I'm going to wear them as long as I can. Now, I will tell y'all, I wore some shoes yesterday with that brown ensemble. And I told y'all, if you listen to my whole video, I said, I'm going to regret wearing these shoes because they're starting to rub a little place right here. And sure enough, it was kind of sore today. Not like a blister, but like a, I don't know what it was. I'm like pulling my dress up, aren't I? Sorry. And I put a Band-Aid on there, but they had a good band tonight. Now, John and Emily were rocking it on the dance floor. John, don't be mad at me. Emily, you know what I'm going to do. It's going to go on Facebook. But, yeah, I took them off to dance. Number one, they have a really narrow heel. I mean, you can see the heel is super tiny. I didn't want to risk falling or breaking the heels of these. Now, I also have these in a blue suede with a little bit darker pom-pom on them. But do they not match this perfectly? I've had these shoes for a bit. My handbag, you're going to die. Well, you're not going to die, but I bought this handbag. Now, Rodney, I know you told me not to share. Who's on here? Oh, hey, Virginia. And we didn't talk tonight. I wish we had visited. Hey, Tina. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Taylor. And Terry. I'll go into that in a minute. But this handbag was purchased by me at TJ Maxx. Rodney Simmons said, don't be sharing your cat with everybody. I said, Rodney, I don't care. I want people to know that you can find really great things. I purchased this handbag probably 5 years ago or more, maybe 6, before I think Frances Valentine really came into her popularity. And I bought this one. I bought a red patent leather one that I've shared with y'all many times. And I bought a cute kind of open one with yellow stuff on here. And then I bought a wicker one with red patent leather as a gift. And you see what's on this? Poppies. So, I mean, does it not go great? To me, this was like a patio shower tonight. It wasn't black tie. It was at the top at the beautiful Hunter Museum of American Art, Virginia Ann. And everything was gorgeous. The food was delicious. The band was great. The brides were beautiful. And Terry Holly, you were rocking that gorgeous dress. And then when you changed into those cowboy boots, I just loved you even more. Of course, you know what I did? I put on my $24.99 Marshall shoes that I had on today to go out and dance. But then I put these back on. And, of course, Mark Ramsey gave me a hard time. 'Tis better to look good than feel good. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you just say that again. But anyway, this was this. I took this tonight because I thought, y'all know I'm cold all the time, but for some reason tonight I was not. This is a Frances Valentine shawl that I also purchased on Boxing Day, and it's the pink and the red, which really goes great with this. It's not matchy-matchy, but it's just a nice weight. If I'd been cold, I definitely would have wrapped up, or chilly, but I didn't need it. Now, I think one of the best parts of my outfit tonight, and I'm just going to be very honest with y'all, is my jewelry. I just love coral. Y'all know I love orange. I love oranges and reds and all that. So, this is 3 necklaces. And yes, it's heavy. I was talking to Mary Beth Bodie, who's looked adorable tonight, as always. And she had this strand of pearls that were probably, I'm going to say 16 millimeter, 14 millimeter pearls. They were lovely. They were beautiful pearls. And they were different shades, different colors. Not rainbowy looking, but, you know, like gray and tan, different shades. They looked great with her dress. And she said, they're heavy. And I said, Mary Beth, you don't understand. I said, lift these up. I said, you want to feel heavy? This is heavy. Trisha Julian made these for me years ago. I mean, it's been a bit. And this is one of the necklaces, the big giant red coral. And then this one is another one of the necklaces that's got 2 strands. I think that's 2. I can't see because I've got people's names showing up here. And then I've got this tiny little one here that's by itself. So I had already decided this is what I was going to wear with this dress, because to me it just made the dress, because there's a lot here and I didn't want to have all this skin hanging out. And then I told Nancy Collins, my sweet Nancy, who has Collins Collections, I said, Nancy, I need some earrings to go with this trio. The ones I have were just not enough. They were not Ouida earrings. So she put these together for me, and I think they look great. They match. Everything just goes really well. And then Trisha had made this bracelet for me when she made probably this big chunky thing. And it was, you know, it came up to almost my elbow, and it was way too big. So Nancy, let me fix this. Nancy reworked it, and we put a different toggle on it. We put this big chunky toggle, and we cut it down. And then, of course, I'm wearing the cuff. And then on this side, I've just got my Michelle watch and my 2 little